So this question is from NEET 2019. We already discussed 2 point charges A and B having charges plus Q and minus Q. So this is plus Q and this is minus Q respectively. So this is A, this is B. Are placed at certain distance apart and force acting between them is F. So F is equal to K into Q square by separation we can take some R, then R square. So this is equation number 1. Now 25% of charge of A is transferred to the B. That means this is 25% is loss. That means remaining percent will be, that means Q1 dash is equal to 75%. That means 75 by 100 into Q. This is 3 by 4 Q. So 25% of charge of A is transferred to B. That means to this, that means Q2 dash minus Q plus 25%. 20% of Q is added to. So what is the charge? 25% loss from this charge is transferred to the B. It is added, that we got minus 3 by 4 into Q. This as yesterday we already discussed. Q1 dash is equal to 3 by 4 Q. Q2 dash is equal to minus 3 by 4 Q. Now the net force F dash is equal to, so we can write K is common. This is 3 by 4 Q into 3 by 4 Q by R is same distance. So 3 by 4, 3 by 4, 3 into 3, 9, 4 into 4, 16. So 9 K into Q square by R square. K into Q square by R square is nothing but F. That means 9F by 16. This is option 1. So in yesterday class, we already discussed as an example. Okay, that is NEET 2019 question. Okay, right. So these are all the questions we can go through this. So some models I will discuss here. Different models we will discuss. Now here, see this question. A charged particle of mass m1 and charge q1 is revolving in a circle of radius r. Circle of radius r. That means, so this is a circle. So in this circle, what charged particle of mass m1 and charge q1. So here we can take one particle. So this is of charge q1 of mass m1 is revolving a circle with radius r. So this is revolving in a circular path of radius r with some velocity v. Velocity v. Another charged particle of charge q2 and mass m2 is situated at the center of the circle. Now at the center, q2 charge is placed of mass is m2. Mass is m2. Is situated at the center of the circle. If the velocity and time period of the revolving particle is v and t respectively then. So what is velocity and time period is represented by v and t. So what are the expressions for v and t? V and t that we can. Now as we discussed in yesterday class, if a body is revolving in a circular path which is under centripetal force, the centripetal force is provided by the necessary centripetal force. That means to move a body in a circular path, it requires centripetal force. Here, the necessary centripetal force is provided by the electrostatic force between this Q1 and the Q2 charge. Now we can write electrostatic force between the charge Q1 and Q2 is equal to centripetal force, which is equal to mv square by r. Okay, right. So from this we can write F is equal to K into, or we can write as 4 pi epsilon naught is also present in the options. Then we can write 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q1 q2 by distance is r square, which is equal to mv square by r. mv square by r. Now, which mass is revolving? Which mass is revolving? m1 mass is revolving. So we can take this as m1. So m1 v square by r. right? So from that we can calculate the value of velocity. And then here time period expression is there, velocity expression is also there. So to find the time period, so time period is nothing but time taken by the charged particles to revolve to complete one complete circular path. So if charged particle completed one circular path, the distance traveled by the particle is nothing but circumference of the circle. That is nothing but 2 pi r. 2 pi r by, so velocity is equal to distance by time. The time is equal to distance by velocity. Distance by velocity. So distance is circumference of the circular path. Velocity is v. Now this velocity expression we can get from this relation. We can substitute. Then we'll get the expression for time period of a charged particle. So this is option D. Okay. This model also we discussed in yesterday class. Like this, they will ask the question in the examination. So time period or velocity, whatever it is, we can calculate with the help of that. So the condition, the basic condition is the electrostatic force between the charges is providing the necessary centripetal force. That's all. Okay. Right. Next. This is also previous AIPMT question. Here they given Aligarh Muslim University in 2013, 2015, and this question is also previous AIPMT question. A charge Q is divided into two objects. The values of the charges on the objects so that the force between the objects can be maximum. So this is a Q. Q can be divided into two parts. For example, one part is Q, the remaining part will be Q minus Q. Q minus a Q. Now, force between these two charges, these two parts will becomes K into Q minus Q by R square. By R square. Separation between the charges, we have placed some R. Now, what they're saying, force between them object must be maximum. So here the mathematical technique we can use. So to become force maximum, dF by dQ must be equal to 0. So this is the condition to become force is equal to 0. In the case of gravitational force becomes a maximum, dF by dm is equal to 0. This is a mathematical condition to get force will becomes a maximum. So with respect to charge, if there is no change in the force, there is no change. So with respect to charge, if there is no change in the force, then force is becomes maximum or saturation. Now we can differentiate this force. Now we can write d by dq of, this is k into q minus q square or kq square by r square, which is equal to k r constant we can remove is equal to 0. That implies differentiation of this one q into q with respect to q means this will be q minus this is q square with respect to q means minus 2q, which is equal to 0. Therefore 2q is equal to capital Q. Q will become capital Q by, that is the charge. So small charge Q is equal to Q by 2. That means this charge is Q by 2. This is also will become Q minus Q by 2, which is again Q by 2. Now the charge is divided into two equal parts. If a charge is divided into two equal parts, then the force between the charges will become maximum. Directly we can remember as a point without going to all these parameters. We can remember as a point like if a charge is divided into two equal parts, then the force between those two charges will become maximum. Okay, right. Next, two spheres carrying charges plus 6 microcoulomb and plus 9 microcoulomb separated by distance d experiences a force of repulsion F. This is plus, this is plus, like charges repel with each other. Now we can write F is equal to K into 6 into 9 is microcoulomb, and this is also microcoulomb, by distance is d square. This is equation number 1. This is equation number 1. Now, when a charge of minus 3 microcoulomb is given to both the spheres, minus 3q minus 3 microcoulomb is added to this one and also added to this one, both the spheres are given to both the spheres and kept at the same distance. So d is the same. D is the same before the now the new force of repulsion will becomes. Now we can take it as this is f dash. F dash is equal to minus 3 is added to plus 6. So 6 minus 3. 6 minus 3. So that will be plus 3. So k into 3 into this is 9. This is minus 3. So 9 minus 3. 9 minus 3. 6 by d is same. That is equation number 2. So f dash is equal to that is 9 into 6, or we can write f dash by f, which is equal to k value cancel, d square value cancel. This is 6 into 3 by 6 into 9. 6 to cancel this 3 times. So f dash is equal to f by f dash is equal to f by 3. So this is the answer. Okay, charge is added to the both the spheres and calculating the force. And then here also there is a repulsive force. So two pitballs carrying equal charges are suspended from a common point by strings of equal length. The equilibrium separation between them is R. What is my equilibrium separation? So if these two are initially hanging from the same point, if the same charge is given, then these two spheres will get away from each other. So this will exert repulsive force on this like this. This will exert repulsive force on this in this manner. Now these two forces are balanced. That is called equilibrium condition. So now the equilibrium condition is attained when the separation between the charges became R. Now at the particular distance from the hanging part, the distance is vertical distance is y. Okay, this is the first point, first case. Now the strings are rigidly clamped at half of the height. That means so here at the half of the height they are half of the height means y by 2. So separation will becomes maximum. Okay, so entire string like this at half we are fixed. So clamped at the half. So this is distance which becomes y by 2. The equilibrium separation between the balls now become. So we can apply as we discussed yesterday. So we can apply the theta values and we can simplify the equation. Okay. So once go through this calculation. Right. Next step. 2 point charges are 3 meters apart and their combined charge is 8 microcoulomb. The force of repulsion between them is 0.012 Newton. The charges are. Now you see 2 point charges are 3 meters apart. So distance is given. R value is given. This is R value 3 meters. And then combined charges, that means Q1 plus Q2 is 8 microcoulomb. This is equation number 1. That is equation number 1. Now, so the force of repulsion is given. Now what is meant by force of repulsion? F is equal to K into Q1 Q2 by R square. Now F value is given as 0.012 Newton, which is equal to K value, 9 into 10 power of 9 into Q1, Q2 by R value 3 square. So 3 square means 3 square 9 will cancel. This is 10 power of 9. So this is 12 into 10 power of minus 3. This is 10 power of 9. We can simplify and we can get the values of Q1 and Q2 is something. That is equation number 2. Now Q1 plus Q2 is equal to 8 microcoulomb. Q1, Q2 values we can simplify from this. Now from these two equations, so now for example Q1 is equal to, for example this is X. So Q1 is equal to X by Q2. X by Q2. So X by Q2 value you can substitute here. Then we'll get the value of Q2. Like that we can calculate the values of Q1 and Q2. Okay. Right. Like that you should practice the numerical. Next, two charges of magnitude 10 units and 20 units. Whatever may be the units, which may be SI units or CGS unit, they simply given 10 and 20. Separated by certain distance. Now both the charges are brought to contact and again separated to initial position. So that means distance is same. Distance is same. So initially this is of 10 units. This is of 20 units. These are the charges, marked of the charges. Now these two are brought contact with each other. When they are contact with each other, what happens? The process of conduction will take place. That means redistribution of charges will take place. That means net charge will be equally distributed on these two spheres. Now this is 10, this is 20, 10 plus 20, 30. Now this 30 unit charge is distributed into units. That means on this 15 units, charge will distribute. Okay, so brought in contact and again separate to initial. R is the same. What will be the ratio of initial and final position? Now initial position we can write F1 is equal to K into 10 into 20 by R square. That is equation number 1. F2 is equal to K into 15 into 15 by R square. That is equation number 2. Now we can simplify these two equations. That means F2 by F1 is equal to 15 into 15 by 10 into 20. Okay, this is 3 times, 2, 4 times. That means 9 by 8. F2 is equal to what will ratio of initial to final. Initial is F1, final is F2, reverse. So 8 by 9. Both are there. What they are asking initial to final. That means F1 by F2. That means 8 by 9. 8 by 9. Okay. So here we use the process of conduction. So due to the conduction, charge will redistribute. Total charge will redistribute equally on both the spheres which are having same size. Okay. Right. So this question 20 10, they ask this question. Two positive ions, each carrying a charge Q, are separated by distance d. If F is the force of repulsion between the ions. So now we can write F is equal to K is nothing but, as options are in 4 pi epsilon naught, we can write 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. Equal charge Q and Q. That means this will be Q square by R square. Here D is given. So we can take it as D square. So if F is the force of repulsion between the ions, the number of electrons missing from each ion will be. Ion is nothing but excess of electrons or lack of electrons. Excess of electrons will give negative charge. Lack of electrons will give positive charge. As they are giving positive ions, which means lack of electrons. Which electrons are missing. Then how many number of electrons are missing? So from the quantization condition, we can write Q is equal to Ne, where N is nothing but number of electrons. So we can write F is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. In the place of Q, we can write N square E square by D square. So now we read this N square. N square is equal to 4 pi epsilon naught F into D square by E square. So N is equal to root over 4 pi epsilon naught F D square by E square. This is the option. Okay, simply force expression we have taken and quantization condition we applied. Okay, this is theoretical question. Two charges are placed at certain distance apart in air. If thick plate of glass is placed between them, glass plate is placed. So glass is nothing but dielectric. So place them. Then force of between the charges will becomes. So force between the plates will becomes decreases. Okay, what is the expression for force? F is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 by R minus T plus T root K whole square. This is when a dielectric slab of thickness T is introduced between the charges, the force will become this much. That means as K is greater than 1, for air medium K is equal to 1, for any other medium K is greater than 1, for metal K is equal to infinity. K is equal to infinity. That means from R, T is removed, T into root K. As K is greater than 1, then we can write something is added to this one. That means distance is increased. That means forces will decreases. As effective distance, initially R, by introducing this one, what is happening? Distance is increasing. Distance is something is added to the R. Even though this is minus T, this T into root K, as K is greater than 1, something greater than 1 multiplied with the T means we will give some extra value. That means that value is added to this one. That means effective distance, denominator term is increased. So the total value will decrease. So force between the charges will decrease. Now, if both the charges are distance, if both the charges and the distance between them is doubled, the new electrostatic force. Now, F dash is equal to K into 2Q, 2Q, Q1, Q2 both are double. Distance is also double. That means 2R whole square. 2 into 2, 4. 2 square 4. 4, 4 can cancel. Then F dash is equal to F. F dash is equal to F. Double, half, like that they will give and they'll ask the questions. Okay, so 2019-2009 AFMC. When air medium is in which two charges kept apart at distance r is placed by electric medium constant A, force between them will becomes. So what happened? F medium is equal to F vacuum by K. Decreases by K times. Okay. So this is a NCRT exercise question and also previous question. Very important. We should concentrate more. This model also is given. Two spherical conductors B and C having equal radii and carrying equal charges in them repel each other with a force F when kept apart at some distance. Now we will see. This is a. I will take here. This is B carrying charge Q and This is the carrying charge Q. Charge Q. Now these two are separated by distance D, for example. Now force between them will becomes F is equal to 1. After 10 minutes we have to join again. F is equal to K into Q square by D square. That is equation number 1. Okay, two spherical conductors B and C having equal radii and carrying equal charges in them repel with each other with a force F and kept apart at some distance up to this point. Right now, a third spherical conductor having same radius, that means size is same, size is as that of B, but uncharged. But uncharged. That means this is another sphere. For example, this is we can take it as A. A size is same. Size of all the spheres is same as that of B and C are equal. A size is equal to B. That means A size is also equal to C. Also equal to C. But what is the charge on this one is 0. There is no charge on this. This is uncharged sphere. Okay. So a third spherical conductor having same radius as that of B but uncharged is brought in contact with B. In contact with B. Now it is placing in contact with B like this. Now what happens? This charge will redistribute on both of them. That means charge on this A will becomes A by 2, Q by 2. On this charge will becomes Q by 2. Q by 2. Now the situation became like this. This is of charge Q by 2. This is of charge Q. A third spherical conductor having same radius as that of B but uncharged is brought in contact with B, then brought in contact with C. Now the sphere A is connected to C. So now because initially this is uncharged, but by removing from this, what happened? It is having a charge of Q by 2, right? So here from when we attach with this sphere, it gains a charge of Q by 2. Now this sphere is in contact with the C. That means charge will becomes Q by 2. Q by 2. Now what is the total charge? Q plus Q by 2. That is 3Q by 2. Total charge is 3Q by 2. Now this total charge of 3Q by 2 is equally redistributed between these two charges. That means 3Q by 2. 3Q by 2, half of this Q. That means this will be charge on this sphere will becomes 3Q by 4. Charge on this will becomes 3Q by 4. Total charge is 3Q by 2. This 3Q by 2 is equally distributed between these two spheres. Between these two spheres, that means this will be 3Q by 2. This will be 3Q by 2. Okay, then brought in contact with C and finally removed away. Now it is removed. Now it is removed from both. Now A charge became Q by 2. No, B charge. B sphere charge became Q by 2 and C charge became 3Q by 4. 3Q by 4. Now the new force of repulsion between B and C is. Now what is the force now? F is equal to K into the charge is Q, if we can take it as F dash. Q by 2 into 3Q by 4 by what distance you have taken? D, no, D. Distance is D square. This is 1 by 2, 3 by 4. 3 by 2 into 4, 8. 3 by 8. K into Q square by D square is nothing but F. That means F dash is equal to 3F by 8. 3F by 8. So this is based on conduction or redistribution of charges. Okay, so in the redistribution of charges topic, we will discuss again in the chapter of electric potential and capacitance. But here we should remember as a process of conduction. So process of conduction. So process of conduction precedes repulsion because same charge is redistributed on both the bodies. That is Q by 2, Q by 2. So based on that process of conduction, we can. So this is how they will ask. Conduction process is looking like very simple, but based on the conduction process, this type of model of questions they will ask in the examination. So this type of model, this is exactly NCERT exercise question as they given in the previous examination, and also if they thought that if it is somewhat lengthy means they will simply first they will give it this give and remove, then what is the force, what is the force? So Q by 2 Q, that's all. One step question will complete. If they don't want to ask this much of lengthy means then half of the question only they will ask. So contact with A and remove, then what is the new force between charges, like that they will ask the question. Directly two identical spheres are repels and milligram weight. You know, in the chapter of laws of motion, you may know. So 1 kg weight is equal to kg weight is the gravitational unit of force. Gravitational unit of force. 1 kg weight is equal to 9.8 Newton. 9.8 Newton. So by using this relation, we can convert into newtons, and then we can substitute, calculate the value of charge. So these are related to force between the multiple charges. We will discuss later. After completion of this, we can go further. Okay, the net electric force on a charge plus 3q and at midpoint of a line joining two charges of magnitudes plus 2q minus 2 separated by distance of 6 centimeter. One minute.